So, with regards to sharing bills or responsibilities 50-50, I just feel like a lot of Nigerian girls will not align to it. If it's in the West, obviously, is a thing that is common. I mean, you take a girl out on a date, she can pay for her own food and drinks while you pay for yours. But in Africa or in Nigeria here, it's completely different. The entitlement is out of the roof. You know what I mean? Like you find out that these girls don't want you to. They don't want to share bills. They don't want to share responsibility. They feel like the fact that they are beautiful, they want you to spend all your money on bills, taking care of them, and all of that. I want to maybe hinge that on two different factors. I think the state of the economy is one of the factors. I mean, I know that the country is really, really tough. I mean, things are so expensive. I don't even think that's a reason for you to still now want to hinge that responsibility on another man. Something that you don't want I don't want to say something extreme, something that you know that even your parents cannot afford. You want another boy to be able to put that on your table or buy it for you. I feel like it's a little bit too much in my opinion. And then the other factor is a lot of Lagos girls or Nigerian girls are very lazy. They don't want to work. They just want you to buy them the nice bags, take them on vacations and all of that, while they just want to sit down and enjoy the fine girl privilege. That's my opinion.
You're surprised, right? I'm sure you guys know what we're talking about in this episode, just with that voice note that just played. So we decided to ask some guys what they think about the 50-50 rule in relationships and marriages. Here's what some of them had to say.
Adamant about 50-50. Like, you be man now. What happened to your masculinity? Like, where's pride in actually providing? It's only a stupid man that would just feel like you should go 50-50. Okay, say if I want to go 50-50 now, will the man be willing to also do other things 50-50? These are the things we're actually talking about. To be a man is not easy, definitely, but that's the pride in it. You can't go 50-50 with a woman. Normal, she will help you. Okay, like my mom now, I don't know. I used to tell people, my mom used to earn more than my dad then, before she died. And she used to handle feeding, everything feeding. My dad does not put money down for feeding. She handles the feeding because she wanted to, like they agreed to. Every other bill in the house, my dad handled every other thing. But it was just their agreement, it was their understanding. But I don't think my dad actually said he wants it to be 50-50 like that. Let the woman say that you're actually, doing your best, that you're actually, trying to provide for the family. Then let her, with her own discretion, and as a responsible lady that she is, with love and care, put her own too.
Well, as someone that is very traditional, gets our culture and all. If I talk about the Westerners and everything, I can understand why they do 50-50. Yeah. Well, traditional and everything, I would prefer to go fully traditional. Yeah. So I have my rules, she has her rules. In fact, it should be 100-100. I don't see a reason why we're giving 50-50. It should be 100-100. But there are some rules like things like providing, financial rules and everything. I wouldn't like someone I really cherish to be fitting all those. I see that stuff as like a masculine role to play. You get? And when she involves in things that are really, really masculine, it downs, it minimizes, it reduces her femininity. Serious. And for a relationship to work, there should be like a balance between masculinity and femininity. Yes, even if it's from the man or it's from the woman. I wouldn't want her to be telling her, okay, pay this, I pay this and everything. No. It's hard. It's where I would play my part. It's hard. I won't suggest that, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And also there are some situations, maybe she's working or trying to start a family and all those kind of stuff. She may just be taking care of certain small rules. I can go out of my way to do it, but you should not just always be on the receiving end. Come on, you should do something. So I'm not expecting to just fully commit like that. It's when I'm really, really committed, I can give my whole 100. So I feel it's a 100-100 stuff. It's not really 50-50, because when you start doing 50, you do this, I do this, you do this, I do this. No, you can just go out of you and do it. And naturally, the person will respond by doing things for you. That's my take.
Hey. Welcome to Truth and Tensions.
The podcast where real conversations meet little chaos. Definitely a lot of chaos.
We're your hosts Zoe, Claire, and Stephanie. Three sisters diving headfirst into life, faith, and everything in between.
From navigating Christianity in a wild, wild world.
So unpacking all those awkward, uncomfortable, and downright controversial societal norms.
We're keeping it 100% real, raw, and relatable.
So, grab your favorite drink, pull up a seat at the table, and let's jump into this crazy, beautiful thing we call truth and tensions.
Ifi kote ikolu.
This is an episode that is coming with a lot of tension. All of us are heated right here.
Yeah, so
Let's first play cool.
smoke is coming out from my ears.
Let's first play cool. You guys, what is 50-50 to you?
You know, when people hear 50-50, they think it's just finances. You bring 50%, I bring 50%. But 50-50 should entail everything that is inside a companionship, like between two people.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be everything, not just finances, but that's how people see it.
How about
Yeah, I
you,
agree
Tope?
with her. You know, it encompasses everything that makes that relationship. Like all the things that you guys have to do, all your activities to survive here. That is what 50-50 talking
Yeah,
Yeah, about-
this 50-50 thing came from the West. It was never a thing, never a tradition. Like, grew up hearing that. In fact, social studies now,
Exactly.
like, the father
Father.
has responsibility, the mother has
Mother,
responsibility,
exactly,
the
and
children have
children.
Have the
responsibility.
responsibility.
But now we're not seeing it come on the rise. Like, even in relationships, you are doing 50-50. You have not married me,
As
you're already
what?
doing 50-50 in
Yeah,
relationship.
that makes
Like,
sense, though.
how is that? From the voice notes we've heard, it's like, if she can, she should do it. Like, we're having some very entitled girls these days, all of those type of conversations.
Yeah.
But let's look at it now. Is 50-50 truly about fairness? Or is it just a shift in the traditional responsibilities that we grew up with?
It's a shift. It's not about fairness. It's not fair. The thing is that it can never actually be fully 50-50. At some point, someone will be giving maybe 100, or 70, 30, 80, 20. Like, it can never be the same thing. But then when it now comes to finances, it's now more like 150 on the woman's part. Then, let me say, 50. Like,
On
is
the
there any
man's
more than
part.
50? How many men do you see? Like, African men, they're actually very proud. Let me not
Some.
generalize before they'll have my head.
Exactly.
But then
Some.
most African men, imagine saying, why should a man be in the kitchen? Why should a man sweep? Like, taking care of your own environment.
Who was doing it before?
Do you actually have to wait for a woman to do that for you? Okay, so let's say it's the role of a woman, because according to social studies, they said the women take care of the home, they nurture the kids and everything. But now she has to go to work. So when she's done, she'll come back home and she do all those ones. Then that means you're already doing 30. It's no longer 50
Yeah.
anymore, because all you do is make money, come back home, the house is good. You eat. She's making sure the house is good and also bringing
Making money to the table.
bringing money to make sure that the house is in order also. It's already 70-30, so it's no longer 50-50.
You still hear those men still asking those women, what did you bring to
What
the
do you
table?
bring to the
I hate
table?
that talk. I hate it so
You
much.
think taking care of the house is an easy task?
Please, whose body is going to change after kids?
Like, I don't
Who is
get
going to
it.
carry baby for 9 months?
I
You're
don't
not telling
get
me
it.
that, oh, what am I bringing to the table? No, it's not only that.
And in the Western world where they do that 50-50, I heard that it's men that carry out trash. But here in Africa, as long as the woman is taking care of the
Is
house,
the woman-
she'll carry the trash, she'll do everything.
Wash clothes, wash plates, do everything.
that they
Iron
call
your
house
clothes.
chore, iron your clothes. But then they did
Yeah.
not treat it
Yeah.
actually 50-50. Yes,
50-50.
they did not raise them that way, that a man cannot enter the kitchen or take care of the home. So it's easier for them to do it. But then in Africa, it's different.
Now, the first person spoke about how Nigerian girls now are very entitled. What your father cannot afford.
That's what you want from another man, yeah.
And the
to
one
get
of
it for you.
dates.
Or you go on dates and you're expecting the guy to spend a lot of money.
That date, yeah, I don't agree with that, because I was on my
Neither
own
do
and
I.
you came to meet me. Oh, please, can I see you outside? Can we go on a date? And you told me to come, and you're telling me that I'm going to pay for my food. No, it does not make sense. There's no 50-50 in that. If you invited me out, so yeah, you should pay the bills.
You pay the bills,
You should
actually.
pay. You should pay the bills. You cannot tell me that I should pay my own bills when you brought me outside. No, I don't agree with that one. In that voice note.
And those kinds, imagine you're on a date and then, okay, he's like, you pay for yourself, and then sometimes you might not have a choice because, like, you don't want to.
Yeah.
and then next thing is asking you how much do you earn.
Why would you ask me that?
So that you will know whether you'll be able to support him. Maybe two of you pay his housemate.
Yes.
Like it's an audition for a housemate. Are you looking for a partner or a housemate?
Rubbish.
You know, this even takes me back to when we had table manners and talking stages. First of all, if you're inviting someone out, I believe that it's the person that invites who out that should take care of it.
Yeah.
For instance, it was the girl that invited you out. She's the one that said, okay, let's come
go
out. Then it's on her. But this one, most of the time, it's a guy. You said you want to see me. You want us to get to know each other.
If you know you don't have money, make sure that you go to somewhere your pocket can
go
afford.
to where your pocket
You
can
are the one
afford.
toasting me.
You're the one toasting me. Like,
Then I should bring money.
Make I come dey pay.
What kind of unforeseen circumstances is that?
one thing people are not seeing is you're talking about entitled girls. Something started that thing. Something enabled it.
Yes.
The fact that we have entitled girls now, not that I'm saying it's right, because some of these girls,
No,
these
they know,
guys,
they know.
they don't
that's
try
a
at
lot.
all.
They
Like
do- they
if
do
me,
too
if me,
much.
I'm their sister or their sibling, I will like no.
They do too
They
much.
do too much actually. The things
But
you
like,
actually
I feel
request
like they
for.
do those things because they know that they can get
That is what I'm saying.
and
Like
it's the easiest route.
like
But
that,
it's not
that thing
right.
that you're saying,
not right.
what you are saying, another man enabled it. That's why it
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
Like, look at the whole Sophie saga with Burna Boy.
Lambo.
Not just her, other girls too. Like another man bought that Lambo for her.
Exactly. So that's why she has
So,
that standard.
Yeah, so another girl sitting at home crossing her leg that feels like she's pretty, she's even finer than Sophie. She'll be like, okay, I mean, if Sophie
Then I
can do
can do
it,
this.
I too can do it too. Like,
So-
it takes two to tango, please. Some of them too. You see a guy and you know that this guy is still struggling, like he's still coming
And you'll
up.
be asking him for things that you know he cannot afford.
500K a week. Please don't do that, I beg. If you want to live that life that you want a man to be sponsoring your bills,
There are men like that.
search for the man that can do that.
There are
Stop
men
making
like
them
that.
generalize, because actually we do have hardworking women.
Yeah.
I can speak for three of us here. We have women that
yes.
actually work really hard.
Yeah.
They don't
We need to clap for
Of
ourselves.
course, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't pamper a woman. Because me, I always say something. If you like something, forget this thing that you guys
you
always say.
pamper.
If you like
Spend.
something, you
You
go all out for it.
spend.
Even without the person asking, you want to, because you want that thing to be happy.
Yes.
You want it to be healthy. You want it to grow.
That's how it's supposed
but
to be,
now we
I
have
mean.
guys that are very, very selfish, man. Extremely selfish. So for that first one, yeah, in relationships, 50-50 cannot work. Okay, this even brings me to a friend of mine went on a date. Like, she came all the way from Songo to Ikeja for that date. And they finished, thankfully, as if she knew, she only ordered a smoothie. When they finished, the guy said they're splitting bill.
That what
Okay,
happened?
you didn't tell me that we're splitting bill. Like,
After I stressed
You were
myself
supposed
from
to
my
have told
house.
her beforehand.
Exactly. If that is what you want to do, you will tell me that, okay, I don't have money. Please, you have to pay for your own part. Then,
Yeah.
if I want it, then no problem. I'll come outside. But if I don't want, you're not going to see me. You won't see me there. That's how it's supposed to
You
be.
can't be trying to toast me and be doing me like that. Am I
What do you mean by that?
so like,
as in-
imagine that, like, that's why another thing, my girls, please carry vex money, no matter how small.
Carry
Yes,
vex
so
money,
Very
oh.
important, because
Vex
these days
money is
now,
very
some
important.
some guys are very, very funny. Like,
But what if that your vex money? What if you go for fine dining and if you eat a steak of 100K and then your vex money is 50K? What do? You go watch play though.
what about to watch
the
plates now? Because
Exactly.
you brought me
You
to
pay
that
for
kind
it,
of
you
place. You can't they talk
I'm just
50-50.
I'm just joking. No, girls, don't enable it. Don't allow the
yeah,
guy.
so
Don't allow any guy to catch you off guard.
So like that first one, like I get him. The whole part of Nigerian girls have become really entitled.
Yeah.
Like there has to be a limit to your entitlement. There has to be, and if you want to live that kind of life, search for the men that can give you that kind of life.
And men too should look for women that they can afford.
Bam.
Because some men that are not financially stable are looking for baddies. When the baddies bill, you be like,
no, it's
women
too
are
much.
so
Expensive.
Then go and meet women in your level and leave the baddies.
Yeah,
The bodies alone, because there are men that can handle the bodies.
Period.
Exactly. This dating thing here brings me to one story. There's one of my friends, guys. This story is so funny. There's this guy. You know, there are some guys that you meet and like, you know that nothing can happen between the both of you. But like, you just want to be nice and just, entertain them, that kind of thing. So she was doing that, entertaining him. And this guy was like, oh, can you come outside? Let's see, like, let's hang out for the first time. And she was like, okay, sure, where? Should we go to eat or something? Like, oh, no, you can eat before you come.
Oh my god. Hey. What do we
Wow. And it was like, you can eat before you come, that you should call me when you're done eating, then we'll meet. And I'm like, what is that about?
And it's not even a matter of you are hungry or you're not eating
Exactly.
or not. Like
Exactly.
It's just more fun and interesting when you are eating and having a good conversation over good food. Like that's just
it doesn't have to be good
it.
food. Like any activity at all, you guys are doing different things.
The food has to be good though.
No, I'm not talking like no, of course the food has to be good. I'm saying like it doesn't even have to be food.
Necessarily food dates.
Yeah,
but
it can be something else. Yeah,
not just talking because I don't even know it. So
the reason why my friend even just suggested that food is that because she had not like gone for dinner yet. Do you get?
Yeah.
So like let's just have dinner together. Like it's time for dinner. Let's just have dinner together. Simple. If you didn't have money, you'd have said, "Oh, I don't have money to afford this." So they're telling her to eat before she comes. It doesn't make any sense.
And for him to have even said it, like
he already pre-planned it.
Yeah, that's very.
So, in fact, do we agree that in relationships, I don't see any reason why you should be talking 50-50, except you're the type that like to cohabit.
You guys are flying.
You people are still flying.
Instead of walking.
Why? Yes.
Yes.
Like, why?
Which one is 50-50?
Why are you 50-50? What are you 50-50? Is it dates? So you really want to split in bill for dates?
Exactly. You're not even married and
you're already talking about 50-50.
But if it's that they're in a relationship, like when I say like relationship or dating, you're like, okay, 2 months, 3 months and all of that. And maybe we have this tradition that we have to go on dates this particular day. And okay, he says that he doesn't have a lot of money. But you are still saying, oh, I want us to go.
To keep the culture,
It's fine if you can pay.
If you can pay,
it's fine if you can pay. You guys have that agreement, but it's not like I'm talking about the first dates kind of thing. But like, I'm talking about the first dates kind of thing. You will not expect me to pay any money. Yeah, to come and meet you for the first time.
The thing is, it's not like we're saying that 50-50 relationship is bad because there's some women that do it.
Yeah,
there's some women that
works
okay for them. It works
exactly,
for them.
Whatever works for you.
But as a man, like I don't see why you should just sit and be waiting for a woman to do 50-50 for you as in a relationship. Like in a relationship, like why? It's even better if you explain the way things are with you. Even though, like you said, we have entitled girls that will not take it. So that still goes back to pick the woman that you
cut your coat according to your size.
Thank you, bam. Cut your coat according to your size. Like just like the scenario you painted. I still want to go on it, Abby. Okay, now let's go. Like if you believe that the guy is worth it though, because my sister, if you're gonna spend that money and it's not worth it, oh my god, you will shed tears, you get premium tears. And again, you guys, a woman spending money like that is giving masculinity, guys.
Yes, she's in a masculine era.
Feminine era. That's the truth. You're actually not in your feminine era. But that's on relationship, yeah. And again, like we said, if you have it, if you as a woman feel like you can, nobody's
fine, no problem.
But chill, to be clear, talking about this 50-50 thing in relationships, if I'm being spoiled by my man, I'm going to spoil my man too.
Thank you.
Yes.
I will spoil my man too.
That is it.
Doesn't mean that I'm going to sit down there and say, oh baby, thank you, and I will not spend
even if you don't do as much as he does.
I'm going to do my own part. I'm going to do my own part.
But your part, please, it not also mean because relationship now people used to cohabit. You be splitting rent. I don't know why you're doing that.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. This Odogu Parara movie. At the beginning, Bam Bam's babe.
That
she was the one paying everything.
She was the man now.
She was literally the man in that relationship.
That's why she could slap him.
Yeah.
Because she's the man. She's the man in that relationship.
She was literally the man in that relationship.
But then did you see the switch that when she came with Odogu Parara, her femininity?
Exactly.
Like she was just...
And it doesn't have to necessarily be with someone that is as rich as Odogu Parara. But there's someone that can allow you rest in your femininity. That is generous enough.
Perfect.
Give you that space. Yeah, because some men and some people can be rich, but
I feel like there's this ego that comes with when I can provide for my woman, when I can do this thing for my woman. Like there's this ego that
just
comes
like
with
those guys in the other ones in their opinion. There's something that comes when you know that you provided.
Yes. I can do this for my babe.
Like, they will look at that and say, "That's right. Oh, but
my babe is
I bought that.
Yes, perfect.
That's my babe. I did that on her. Like you know."
Please. Stop it.
But guys, let's not even go into marriage because that's where we're talking about this 50-50 financial contribution and the rest. Now, we've established that most people feel like in marriages, it's just about the money. But let's look at the aspect that they are not also talking about. Like we already had those people in the voice note talk about how in marriage is different. There's accountability to look at.
Yes.
There is, you people have to sit down and look at your finances. How is it going? You contribute that. But
emotions.
But people don't realize that 50-50 doesn't just end with finances. We know we are in a world where some women even earn more.
Yeah,
Like
of
they
course,
say. One of our guys said it that some women earn more.
Yeah.
Fine and good. So in a mind like that, maybe the woman is earning more than the husband. That's where they will now come and talk together. Oh, how we go to
Have an
handle it.
agreement.
But then again, you guys, I feel like that thing, there's a thin line between, it should draw a thin line between a hardworking man and laziness, because human beings are insatiable.
Yes.
They can be selfish.
Yeah.
Because when you know your wife is doing so well and
You don't have to
she's
stress.
busy.
Yes, you don't have to work so
You will
much.
not walk again. It's a lie. Oga, you stand up from that place and go and hustle and make money.
Honestly,
Stop
yeah.
it. Stop that nonsense.
So I would like to ask you people, this 50-50, if you're saying it, I mean, Zoe had already mentioned it. How do you feel? Like, you want us to do 50-50 bills? Let's say we are paying rent, we'll split the bill. This thing. Let's say children's school fees, we'll split it. And food stuff, we'll split it.
Oga, we'll split house chores.
Does it also come with house chores?
Yes. So
Does it also come with the roles traditional roles that we're looking at now? We are in Nigerian setting, so
Yes,
let's
African
remove
setting.
Western world.
Yeah.
No Western here.
Does it also work within those confines, you guys, in Nigeria?
according to that voice note, there was a voice note that somebody said, that the roles can shift, is what he said. So yeah, if the roles can shift, definitely, if I am providing, you will be cleaning, you will wash plates, we will share it together.
will cook,
exactly, you will cook, you will go to market, you will do all those things.
You cook for me.
Exactly. Because imagine now, you come back early and you're at home, but I'm still outside because maybe traffic, or I had so much work to do or something. And when I come back and you're telling me
There's no food in
go,
the house.
go to the kitchen and cook for us.
Well, we go to
That man is so
That
selfish.
day,
all of us go starve.
You are so selfish.
wait till do pizza. I go order food though. Only you go chop up. And I order food for only myself and I will eat it.
Yes,
because I will not even answer you, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, even forget this.
And then aside you, imagine you're with the kids are hungry, but then you're waiting for me to come back.
doesn't make sense now.
You're actually punching those kids.
Yes.
It's not just me
It
again.
doesn't even have to do with roles again. It's you as a person. Like,
Yes.
you're actually trying to make sure that, my companion is good.
Well-being.
My wife is fine. Exactly. And you know that, okay, now you're living with your friend. And you know that this babe, now before she will come back now, it's going to be so late. Let me prepare something for her. You not just prepare for only yourself. They are nice people. You're nice like that. You will make something else for your friend that is coming, that is still outside, because you know that she'll be tired once she gets in. It is just common sense, honestly. It's not even roles again.
Or maybe she goes on a work trip or something, and then you now pile up your laundry and leave the house dirty because a man is not supposed to pick up or cook or do the laundry. That does not make any sense.
It makes no
so
sense.
she'll come back home to the mess.
So we are saying now that most of the men that advocate for these things, they are not doing it.
They are not
They are not
ready
ready.
to do house
Perfect.
chores.
They are not
doing it
ready.
See, let's not say all, because they will have our heads. Most of them, most men.
Most of you guys are not even ready for
Yes.
that. But you want the woman to be working her ass out every day. And be providing.
I saw there was a TikTok video that I saw. This girl told her younger brother, I think he was about 17, 18 or so, whatever. She told him to boil rice. You know how you might not know how to measure rice, and then rice is to swell like this.
Yeah.
Rice is to swell. So
I think I saw the video.
he overboiled it, and the thing
a
was
lot.
spilled over the pot. So she was now she was scolding him, but in a joking manner, because she posted on TikTok. In the comment section, I saw one man go the enter kitchen. Say wetin happen?
In this time and age.
What do you mean by
Why
this time and age?
man no go the enter kitchen?
You
now?
know something, you guys? These guys are saying this now. First of all, I feel like most of the guys that say this now are guys that want to be lazy.
Yes.
They are some of them that say now they are guys that want to be laid back. And I say this because if you are following how it was back then, our forefathers or our ancestors, they were the ones that would go out to hustle, go to the farm.
Women were not allowed to work.
They were at home. If I thought they were working, they would probably just do like a small shed,
Small shop,
market,
yes.
they would sell things, have small things to contribute
to contribute,
the home, but
not
then
to be paying
their
house
sole
rent.
focus was on the children and then their husband.
And the home.
Like when they come back, they ensure that their husband's food is ready, they ensure that everything is clean. His own wahala, just
You
make sure
make money
bring
and come,
come
Yes.
back in. But now we are in an era where it's not
Women
like that.
have
Women
to
are
work now.
working.
Yeah.
So the roles now have one of the people that we spoke to, asked for his opinion. He spoke about how there's no role now, like cooking self is not.
Yeah,
not a
I said it's
person's
switch, role switch.
Yeah, there's not a person's role. And funny how people that will hear him now, some guys will call him a simp.
Yes,
because
now.
of that thing.
I don't want to hear it.
Because he's
They'll
cooking
call
for
him
his
a simp
woman.
because he's cooking for because he feels that he can cook, he can do this thing, he will allow her to rest in her feminine energy, then he's automatically a simp. But yeah, now roles are reversed in the sense that, just like we just mentioned now, like Like, I went out to go and make money.
So why will I go to work, but you cannot cook?
You cannot cook.
Exactly.
And
It
you're
doesn't make
expecting
any
me to do
sense.
50-50. It's different if you told me to rest at home, like I should not work. I should be a housewife and everything. But then you like that I'm bringing money. But then you're still expecting me that I'll go out, make money, I'll not come back inside, take care of the kids, wash the clothes, do this. And the worst part is that some of the men that say they don't like housemaids, you want only your wife to do everything. Why now? Why, people of God? Why? It's not balanced. It's not equal.
Except from them being lazy. I feel like it is how they grew up. Because in some households, I have heard in some households that they will not let their sons to cook at home. Do not let their sons to wash plates. Do not let their sons to clean the house.
Not
and I'm
in
like,
this household.
Not in this household.
Let me tell you, my brother used to cook.
My brother, they will cook.
Sometimes they'll tell us to. He will send you out of the kitchen. God,
you will clean the house.
He doesn't wait for us to give him food.
Exactly.
If not, he will starve.
And it doesn't take away his masculinity, because I mean, you can get to a point where you start living alone. Will you be looking for
Exactly.
This thing reminds me of when I did NYSC. One guy blatantly told me that when we're leaving camp, he's like, "Oh, that should come and stay in their lodge now. Like, they are mostly guys. They will need a lady to help them cook." I'm like, "What do you mean?" So they wrote it in my head. Cook is my job description.
He'll be
cooking for you. Guys, I want to ask, is this 50-50 debate really about money, or is it about power and control?
See, it's about power and control. It's a way to shift away from the norm too, so that it can, how do I put this word? So that it can favor you. That's
favoring
it.
them, yes.
Because now the men they're okay with their women bringing half the money. And also doing the housework. Meanwhile, they're just doing 30% now, basically, because being a housewife, in fact, taking care of the home alone is a chore on its own. Not talk of you finish facing the battles and challenges in the house, you still go outside and go and face it again just to support a man, and he will not try to help you inside the house.
Doesn't make sense.
That means he's in his princess era now.
Oh my God! Even plus the chores and all of that in that marriage, I am still even hitting the fact on this pregnancy thing, because this lady will carry this baby for 9 months, plus the complications that might be involved in it, like the whole symptoms, everything that she's going to pass through. She'll be the one that will push the baby.
And still be going to work.
It doesn't make sense.
9 months pregnant and going to work. That's double work, man.
Oh my God!
That's double work. You see this thing you said. I had a conversation with some guys weeks back, and this was part of what somebody brought up about the fact that women, what they go through by carrying children.
Yes.
And they said something to me that while I saw it as valid, it still did not add up, because they said even the man too goes through his own now.
Okay.
He's going through his own in the sense that it's not only the woman that. Ideally, it's not only the woman that's supposed to feel, yes, her body, but emotionally, the husband too is supposed to be.
Oh, of course.
He's supposed to, he will carry he has to make sure that his wife is well, the baby is well, but that's where you have, these days, it's hard to find men that actually invest in their wives during that pregnancy stage, in the sense that they will cook if they have to. They will make sure their wives are comfortable.
Let me know why.
They will make sure that the baby is fine. They will make sure that if the woman says "cream" like this, they are there to rub her back, support her needs be.
And
need be. But we don't have most men like that.
They're even mostly at work when their wife is going through all that.
Yes.
So now the wife is going through all that and still going to work. How heartless can you get?
Yes.
And you are still saying that she's
some men
meant to go through that.
What we're talking about now, we're talking about some men, because some men are actually
like that though.
Some men are actually loving the opposite of the bad things we're talking about right now. Exactly.
But you guys, with this, I saw this story. I'm a dank girl, Diary of Nigerian Girl community member, and I saw somebody wrote this in. Aside the conversations we've had with those guys, and they've given us their opinion of how in marriage there's accountability. Before I even read the story, you guys, one of them spoke about having joint account. Now, that joint account is very, very tricky. These things, you see, like I said, human beings can be selfish in the sense that we spoke about how one said women earn more, which is fine. In a case like that you earn more than your husband, at that point, the wife can be, because you earn more. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that the man should relax in his house and expect that he always do it. So, but in that case, fine, I understand, till the time he can get back up on his feet.
Yes.
But it's still trickish in you now saying
let's open joint account. It
says that we have seen cases where you open that joint account and this man will show you shaggy bouncer.
Oh God.
Steal all your money.
Now this is your money. Like, it's very difficult to actually most of the time, women are disadvantaged. I
Yes,
know men
now.
will say, I know men will
Women
come
are
and drag
mostly
it, but
on the
most of
receiving
time, they are
end.
mostly on the receiving end.
See, we're not even trying to beef men or anything, but then that is how it is.
That is how it
is
works.
What it is.
That is how it works. And it brings me to this story. She said, so when I met my husband, he ticked everything I wanted in a man except money and a degree. So I thought to myself,
And
why?
okay, anyways,
Why allow
different
it?
strokes.
Why allow a good man go just because of money and a university certificate?
Accent.
Now, this is for guys that say that women only want men with money. This is another woman, a good woman,
Exactly.
She was not looking
that
for
followed
money.
somebody. She wasn't looking for money.
Women
She
are
followed
entitled.
him.
This, that.
And she said, she goes on to say, we had a plan: get married and leave the country immediately to become better. We had plans for him to go back to school and have a degree. We had loads and loads of plans, and God helped us. My parents did most of the financial help. We moved out of the country weeks after getting married. The wedding was literally sponsored by my parents, except the Yawo things, because it would have been traditionally wrong for me to pay my bride price and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
They had their part to play for the wedding, but they did not come through financially until the last minute, and my parents had to sort all of that out. The traveling expenses, my parents paid with the promise from his family that they will pay back. Moving forward, we moved out of Nigeria and I got pregnant. Things were not so smooth the first few months because we're new here and we're not yet settled here, but we pulled through. I graduated from school, got a job that sponsored our visas, and that was when the craziness heightened. The man I live with now is definitely not the man I got married to and had plans with.
People change, oh. He shock you.
He claims we live in a Western world and everything should be 50-50. I pay bills, pay part of the rent, buy my child's diaper, pay half of childcare, buy clothes for my child. This guy still has the audacity to tell me I should cook and clean the house.
You see?
Like you're operating.
You see?
Like
What's that?
You see what we're saying?
Guys, like we are operating a traditional home where he pays all the bills. Bear in mind, my job is what is making us stay here. I have called in sick so many times because of the stress I go through. A once social and fun-loving girl has turned into a very angry, tired, frustrated, and depressed mother plus wife.
Can you see?
Our marriage is sexless. I can't remember the last time we had sex. Every time I bring it up, he says, is marriage all about sex? It makes me feel unwanted, like a piece of shit.
Real.
Now, she's asking, is this reason enough to leave the marriage? I'm from a Christian home and I believe marriage should be forever until the other party cheats, because that's the only reason to leave a marriage according to the Bible.
Who says it's not cheating?
What should I do? Now, this is part of what you are saying. This is a woman that, according to you people, a marriage, they have conversations, right? But another thing is happening. So
You see why they say, I haven't been married before. We haven't been married before.
of course.
So we don't really know much. But that's why they say love is not enough.
Yeah, love can never be.
Love is not enough because,
can
okay,
never be
clearly,
enough.
okay, now she wasn't looking for someone who is a
billionaire.
literate and someone who has so much money.
Not that she wasn't looking
love.
for, but she saw that even with all those things.
That's not her priority. That was not her priority.
Okay.
Her priority was love, someone that made her feel good.
Yes.
And secondly, that man is not a woman, neither is it.
Is he a man?
Is he a man? He
He's in
has
between.
no gender. No, that man has no. See, he's an insult to men. He's an insult to women. Like, I'm a woman. I cannot call that person a woman. That's an.
I swear.
That's an insult to me.
Women.
Like, what do you mean? You don't want to do the role of a man. Neither do you want to be a woman. What do you want to be? What are you doing here?
Bobrisky.
I cannot get even Bobrisky is more of a woman than he is. What is this?
Oh no. So he didn't want to pay for anything, but the girl and her family like paid for the whole bill,
paid
the
for
marriage and all of that.
everything,
But
yeah.
now that his small money is entering, that's the thing. I'm not coming for people that didn't go to school and all of that are not exposed. Because I feel like if you are exposed, if you are literate enough,
Yes.
you will know that this thing, you know that there are some things you are supposed to do, there are some things you are not supposed to do.
Yes.
What do you mean by you know when they say something, you can take a village person to the city,
But you cannot take the village out of the person.
that kind of thing. So now he has seen that luxury, he has seen
Opportunity.
perfect. Now he doesn't know how to act.
Yes.
He's now acting very very it doesn't make any sense.
See, this one is not even a matter of literacy or
He's a wicked person.
He is ignorant. He is wicked.
That's something. It's part of literacy.
Ignorant. He is
It's
wicked.
part of literacy. Like if you went to school, if you socialize with people, you know how to think. You know that okay, this thing doesn't make sense. But he did not. he didn't even have money. So let's imagine the kind of person he was.
I don't want to blame it on literacy because people of those days, like our forefathers, they did not go to school, but then they knew their
True,
He's just ignorant. Finish.
And he's wicked.
He's selfish.
Very wicked and selfish.
Because somebody sponsored you, took you, decided to push you out.
Yes.
That's actually
Paid for your wedding.
No.
She literally married him now.
She literally married
He
him.
was the wife.
The only thing she did not do was that she did not pay for her bride price because I've been somehow. But every other thing.
Why go they pay for my bride price now? Make her
It's
marry
a very
myself.
big reason to leave. It's a big reason.
It's a
very
big
good
reason to leave him.
My sister.
And you know, it still comes back to this 50-50 because how does this woman do all this? And you see expect her to still do 50-50.
You get
What are you now bringing?
Even the part of the sex part, like the sex part, when
You're
it
not
was
even
like
touching
that. No, she wasn't even the one that she said that she tried. Even when she tries to initiate,
She's the man now.
She's the man.
She's the man.
And then he has no gender.
Honestly,
He's a random figure.
Like we've said, she has to leave. It can't work in Nigeria setting. It's not even supposed to work.
Yes.
Because if you're following the Western people, go and check them and go and check us.
We are different.
And if you're bringing Bible here, Adam was created first, right? God gave Adam the authority to take over the Garden of Eden, to name the animals.
Yes.
And then he realized that Adam cannot be alone. He can't be
Yes.
He needs a support
and he
system.
made Eve to be his helpmate. What did the Bible say?
helpmates.
So she's there to help him, to push him to that way that he's supposed to go. She's not there to lead him. Adam is
At
leading.
all.
Yeah.
She's following, but also helping him, pushing him back. That's one. Two, when they talk about marriage, no, I want to be.
I know, but I know people are going to go to the part of the apple and all of that. That's not what we're talking about.
Liverpool. She's not forcing.
Nonsense.
She's not forcing.
Also, there's a part of the Bible still says that in marriage, a man will leave his family and cleave
To his wife. Another Bible verse. He who finds a wife
finds a good thing.
Not she who finds a husband finds a good thing.
Exactly.
So stop. You people should stop absolving yourself.
Stop pushing your roles on us because
That is why we say if you want to talk about how some women are greedy and selfish, know the kind of person you are marrying.
Yes.
Have these conversations. Don't come and do 50-50. And in fact, any man that's saying 50-50, please. People, see, I don't want to hear. Don't tell me 50-50. It's a different ball game, just like we said.
I don't hear it.
It's a different ball game if we say that, okay, maybe we started on the marriage, you don't have too much money.
Yeah.
And then, okay, we have to manage. Okay, me, I'm working, you are working. Okay,
We'll be
I will
sharing
do more.
this.
Probably I'll do 70, but I'll be, maybe if you are paying the rent, I'm paying the children's school fees. Just a scenario.
Perfect.
Me, I'm making sure that, okay, foodstuffs.
He will be doing 70, right?
Yeah, now I'm saying it can't be 50-50. It's not meant to be 50-50. Except if, again, let's look at the fact that some men are not so buoyant. And you know how your husband is. So for that time being, you can make up
exactly
for it.
for that time being.
You can make up for it. But not that he will not be
But
expecting.
still, he still has to help you when it comes to other things.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
not
Like,
just
now,
money.
yes.
If you're making up for it with money, he can also make up for it. Don't come and tell me
Yes.
that, okay, after I finish that, okay, the little things you can do in the house to make life easy for me. You'll be waiting for me
For
to
what?
come and do it.
Like maybe you can,
That's selfish.
maybe you can do
not
your own
a marriage.
laundry by
That's
yourself. And another thing, you guys, we're only talking about the financial aspects. We're not talking about
Emotion.
other
Emotion
aspects.
too. Do you people also do 50-50? Do they do 50-50 too in emotions too? Because you can see a man that wants 50-50 financially.
Do you know that?
But you also, your ego will not allow you still want to feel like I'm the leader.
Yeah.
What I say
Must work.
stands.
I get. But do you know that sometimes it cannot be. Are we talking 50-50 now or 100-100? I feel like it's supposed to be 100.
No, it's supposed to be 100. Like one of the guys in the voice that said it.
Yes,
it's supposed to be 100 because right now we don't have, the thing is that dating pool.
Oh, it's messed up, man.
So messed up.
Honestly.
Not just dating pool.
God.
Men and women these days are messed up.
It's as if you guys just hate each other.
It's like
Honestly.
myself and Zoe
It's
were listening
transactional.
myself and Zoe were listening to a TikTok, one girl, and she said you should listen to women that don't like men
Like,
that are married.
no, she also said this thing that you should marry a man, like you should make enough money so that when you marry a man, if you should mess up, he'll be scared of how you deal with him.
Like, what is that?
Deal with him in the aspect that your lawyers are there to back you up. Like you have enough money to buy lawyers to deal with him. Why do you want to marry your enemy in the first place?
In the first place.
Why do you want your marriage to be a battleground?
I get what she said, because I mean that is what is happening now. That's is like everybody's getting divorced. Like
you shouldn't go
people
into marriage with that mindset.
Yes.
Of course not.
Wanting work.
Of course.
And and another thing, you should strive. You should try your best to want to marry the right person, because it's when you marry the wrong person that all these things happen.
Yes, see, all these things, everything at the end of the day, everything is just prayer. Because you can marry the right person now before you know it. Was it not the girl that was saying this story that you read now? She said that her man was all this and all that. Once after the marriage, everything changed.
Let me tell you something. So, if you should look deep down in her story, you will see that it was flawed from the start.
True,
from very start.
But she was blinded by love.
But there are stories where like the man, everything started out like so pretty and
this
nice.
thing goes both ways because you guys,
women can change too, men can change. So everything is just prayer.
It's just prayer.
We're not just attacking
there's been a story. There was a time in school. Shout out to me. I did a stage. I did a stage play, and the storyline went as like the man was doing everything he had to. He provided for the family, took care of all of them. But then something happened. He had an issue with work, and they blamed him of embezzlement.
So they fired him.
So no, they put him on like a 3-month or 4 months probation or no, and with that no pay and all. So he had to. He was not at the mercy of his wife. She was going out to work, and she showed him shit. This is a man that
there are some very very bad women.
Yeah, so there's some very bad women in that sense.
Very
so
very bad.
I understand. Another thing too is that somebody also mentioned the economy. The economy is bad. Yes, I get it. So many people are hustling. Women are hustling. Men are hustling.
We are hustling.
Everybody hustle. Everybody hustle. So that's why I feel like that's part of why some guys are looking for 50-50.
Yeah.
Some guys are just genuinely, I don't want, because I know that I'm not standing correct. I don't want, if I find a woman, I want somebody that can also help me.
Yeah.
It might not be pull me as, but she has to be spending all on me. But at least in a time where I'm shaking,
can help me out.
But now the problem now comes where you not even become too relaxed. You shouldn't have that. I feel like guys shouldn't.
And you should also help her too, because she's not living her.
We are living her own role. Back.
Yes, she's actually living her own role and also helping you. So you two should help her too.
Yes,
that is it.
It should be shared.
Yes, it should be shared, because two of you are both striving to get somewhere to that financial stability that you both want. So help each other.
Each other, yes, and it should be shared, but it doesn't have to be. When you now get to a point that you're comfortable, it doesn't have to be 50-50.
Yeah, so
somebody, another guy said it here. There's just this joy knowing that you took care.
Yes,
now
this ego, like I don't know how to explain it.
It's different because we have some very entitled women too that even down to part, you be expecting your husband to buy for you.
Baby, no, that's very
that one.
I
beg, we don't have to stop
that. Like we're talking about reasonable people.
Reasonable people, like if there's some women like that, like they don't even want to spend at all. They just want their man. Again, some men enable it, so you can't blame them.
Exactly.
But then again, we're also saying
doesn't mean that it's right.
It doesn't mean it's right. Like you should be at least have something for yourself.
I saw this judge in a court. So like the man was like, talking about how he does not like what his wife does. So they were like, what's the problem? Let's hear you out. This man was like that. Anytime he makes, like anytime he's not around, his wife will be calling him to send money for things that he knows that you should be able to handle. Like, what do you mean by you bought water? You bought you bought a pack of drinking water at home, and you're calling me that I'm in a meeting that I should send you money.
Smaller.
It doesn't make sense now. There are some things that women, obviously, you're supposed to be handling.
That needs to bring syphilis.
It used to bring syphilis.
Now, it to bring syphilis, because what do you mean by your part finished? You are asking, babe, please, honey, money,
and when he does not give you, become
you will not be fighting. That was what she was fighting her husband because of that. And I'm like, no, now doesn't make any sense at all. Sense.
Emotions is 100, right?
Yes,
I feel like it cannot be 100 all the time. Sometimes,
not all the time.
Yeah, it cannot be all the time. Sometimes somebody can be giving 100 and I'm here, I'm just giving 70.
Avoidance.
Yeah, I'm just here giving 70. It might not be avoidance per se, but like you might be going through different things, or like, the way relationships always have issues and all of that.
Ups and downs.
Somebody has to be on top doing the whole emotional things most of the time. It's mostly not always 100 honestly.
Yeah, but with that, I feel that again it still goes back to our dating pool. Normally, if you see the things that people say now about dating and relationships, you wonder like what's happening. Like, have we become? It's like is before you attack me, I'll attack you first.
Exactly.
Actually
Everybody's ready.
dating your enemy.
Yeah, like,
why are you people dating your enemy?
before you hit me, I'll hit you first. That's how it sounds like. If not, it's actually supposed to be 100.
And it's also more of like transactional.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, the girl, it's as if now the girls are here to collect the money, while the guys are here for the
body.
For the body.
And the other things. Like one of the guys said it now, like as if, because afterwards, I'm giving you money,
giving you
your
gifts.
body. But yeah, but that's how it sounds now. Some guys like they'll spend on you.
Exactly.
If you not say you're not sleeping, then they'll be like, so after
And see, that's why these girls are entitled, because they have something. If you like say, what are you bringing to the table? That's what they are bringing to the table. And
my body.
And that's what your fellow men are paying for. Just know that. That's what they're actually paying for, because that's why it's happening. So
That's what's happening.
So don't look at them as if they don't know what they are saying. They are getting their money from there. It's not right though,
It's
but
not
then
right,
it's,
but
it's happening though.
Some guys actually now plan that the woman they are going to marry must bring 50 to the relationship. That's
Imagine asking me how much I'm earning. What's like
why?
for what?
Business.
For what?
Did I ask you? Did I ask you?
Like, you shouldn't have that thought process. Pray for a woman that will support you when there is need.
I will understand.
I will understand, but not that you are already expectant that she.
But not be
must
saying you're
take
gonna
care
make
of
her understand too much, Obiko.
you.
We know they understand for you, please.
Understanding girlfriend.
We understand, but like not too much, Biko.
And see, most times that they're looking for bodies that are entitled, we still have the understanding girlfriend.
Yeah.
People are even shaming girls for being understanding.
Because men will still step on you.
Those ones are there, but then you are chasing the people that will bill you, and then you are angry that they are billing you.
This thing, there's no constitution.
There's no one way to it.
There's no constitution, because you can be there being understanding, and that same man that you are understanding
is spending money on the bodies.
Oh, chim.
He's not doing 50-50 with the body.
Yes, and see, that's why they're always like, okay,
He's supposed to finish.
some of these entitled babes, maybe they were understanding girlfriends before, and then their boyfriends walked over their heads. Meanwhile, okay, she wasn't asking them for money, but they were giving other girls money. Next thing, she'll start growing wings and start growing.
That's the way.
But then that's the thing about trauma bonding, and you're passing it on. It's not the person's fault.
Yeah.
It's not the new guy's fault that your old guy treated you that way. But man, I'm diverting.
Guys, I mean, the thing is that 50-50 is not always, you can't fully have 50-50.
You cannot fully have 50-50.
You cannot fully have 50-50. And in a relationship, you don't have any business looking for 50-50. If you are doing 50-50 in a relationship, like, then you should actually reevaluate. What are people 50-50? Like,
You leave your parents' house to go and be paying a full able-bodied man's house rent.
Like,
Just stay your parents' house now.
Like, I know that it's both of you need, but it just feels like if at that stage, that's part of what is important to you, that it must be 50-50. Like we said, we not say that she should not contribute, but you should not make it 50-50, like half. It must be half. If it's house rent, you bring half.
In a relationship,
in a marriage too. Like, we are not married, but I feel like these are things that we've seen, like we've heard, we have been still. We also quoted Bible here, so guys, we're not just talking based of
Yes.
what they're saying. Like,
it was said
that the man is meant to lead. So men, stop trying to remove your crowns. Like a king, act like it.
Stop acting like princess. There are a lot of princesses in this Nigeria.
Stop trying to be a baddie.
Baddies. Princess Jezebel. I beg, you guys should stop all these things.
We've had a very interesting time, and I really like that we involve the guys. Like, we have their own opinions. So at least we
Nobody's
know
going
they
to
are
drag
taught.
us. Oh,
they are taught.
we
No,
might be
if
dragged.
it's like, still drag
We might be dragged.
I've just said my opinion.
And you guys, we don't have anything against men. We like men.
Of course not.
We like men because we are women. Like, we are not fighting.
We have brothers. We have our dads.
The thing is that most people are refusing to face the fact that we are actually saying the truth. Whether we're talking about one gender for the rest of our lives, for the rest of the podcast, we are actually saying the truth. You guys should just remove your mind from the fact that we're talking about this particular gender.
Be open-minded.
Focus on the message we're actually preaching. Like, we are women. We're speaking from what we are seeing and what is happening around to women around us. We're not just we're not just coming here to just speak. It is what is happening. That's what's happening, though. So if you have your opinion as a man, if I say you go open your own podcast.
Okay, guys. So what do we say to them?
Ifikote
Ikolu.